Hello, hello, and welcome to the Be Your Own Hero Show. I'm your host, Sekou Write. I was trying to remember the order there. The Be Your Own Hero Show. That's it. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. It also stands for high emotion radiates overflow. Right? There we go. And I'm your host. I'm Sekou Write. I'm a professional speaker and a professional author. An author. Got a new book out, y'all. New book out. I can't remember the name always, but no. I gotta find it and put it up. Gotta find it and put it up. Hack your pain now. Thank you. Hack your pain now. And you see that I created 10 different commandments. You'll find out more about if you order the book now. Now, speaking of who threw that up there, that was Reverend Mel. Let's just say it again. We're gonna have her on again from yesterday because yesterday we just went somewhere. We were in the green room for like hours, talking and really evolving what we talked about yesterday. So yeah, we got it in. So today I'm having her back to talk about kind of the more fulfilling things that we start to talk about, right? So let's get to that in a second. So let me just say that shout out to New Thought Media Network. Thank you for allowing me the space in this space to heal and be a man recovering from a stroke on a show. Let's go. Let's get it. And let me just do the run streak really quickly. I'm going to share yesterday's run streak, and then we're going to get on to Reverend Mel. So this is yesterday's run streak. Here we go. And I'm going to play it, and then we'll check it out. Here we go.
Run report, this is 160 something. And I just finished a mile with P. King. We just ran a mile in the area. And I'm tired today. But I did it. And so now I got to get in and get ready for the show. For those that haven't seen the show, come check us out. We'll do a special edition today. I'm interviewing Rev Melissa today, so check that out. And we just decided that last night. so it'll be interesting. And remember that June, my birthday month, is my get out there and do it month. Exercise every day. Buy the book, Hack Your Pain now, and make a donation to me by going to SekouWrite.com and making a donation. Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna add up all my miles so you know how much to donate soon. All right, later.
Okay, so that's that. Well, let me show you this. Hold up. Let me show you this because we had to share this yesterday. This is really funny. This is Reverend Mel. Here we go. I shared this on my social media yesterday. Good to go.
Birthday is June 24th, and we are in a hero challenge, 30-day hero challenge. And I confess, I have started my day one the third time, y'all. Third time's a charm. The third time is a charm. So birthday is
Okay. All right. So that's it. And now let's bring her on the show and get into it. Let's hear it for Reverend Melissa. Let me give her a round of applause to bring her out on the show. Let's go. Here we go. fun, right?
That was so fun.
You hear you laughing in the background, laughing hysterically. Yeah, that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. Yeah. So thanks for being back. Thanks for being back.
Yes, we had a ball yesterday.
We did. We talked about it all. We talked about it all. So today I want to try to be a little more structured.
Okay. All right.
So welcome to the show, folks. Welcome to seeing Reverend Melissa talk about her vision of my goal, because believe it or not, I forgot about my June movement thing. Like, I completely forgot about it. Like, she announced it as a goal in May, and I was like, oh, I used to do that. And she got me triggered again in mind. And so then I remember that I've done it for the past couple of years. Mm-hmm. And every year I try to bring more energy to it. But I tell you, though, that you explain it way better than I do. I don't know what that is, but you explain it way better than I did. So please explain what you're doing this June. Let's go.
All right. So good day, everybody. Good day. It's good to see everybody. So the 30-day hero challenge. It's just 3 things. Exercise for 30 consecutive days starting in June. Donate to SekouWrite.com. At the end of the month, Sekou would tally up all of his miles that he ran in June, and you will give, I'm recommending at least $1 per mile for every mile that Sekou runs in June. But give what you can. And then 3, purchase the book, Hack Your Pain Now, available pre-order on Amazon. Get it today. Donate, exercise, purchase.
That's great. That's great. I don't know how you can make it so short, but I just start talking about this. I don't know why. But
we have a tendency to do that with our own stuff. Because as we're speaking, we're kind of like editing ourselves, but we start to edit ourselves out loud. So
yeah,
it's just easier to do other people's, some things.
Other stuff. Yeah, with other people's things. Yes. Yeah. I can imagine.
So I had my day 3 again yesterday.
Yes.
It was awesome. Awesome. I found a new park, and there were geese and I think a crane. I think I saw a crane and these beautiful trees that were just dancing. It was just amazing. A water feature in the middle of the pond. I love anywhere where there's water. So I'm very attracted to water and mountains, but water first. So yeah, I got my day 3 in. I'll post it on my social media sometime today.
That's cool.
I'm in it again.
That's cool. Did it again. 3 days. Like, that is amazing, because most people would give up after the first time that they messed up, right? But you have come back 3 times, and said, all right, I'm doing it again. And that, my friends, is what really it takes, because I was telling you, Reverend Mel, that it took me 10 times, like 10, 11 times trying to get a run streak going again. So run streak means that you're running at least a mile every day, right? But I was trying to do that after my 409 and after my stroke. I was trying to start one, and I thought I'd have one, and then I'll go left. And I thought I had one, and then I go left. So you got way far to catch up to than me. Like, you got 3 days, but I did 10 days. 10 days. I was trying. And so now that I've got 165 days, I'm amazed that I've been able to handle it that long. And so
it's amazing that you are able to do that. I mean, the fact that you did it 409 days the first time around, and because let me tell you something, nothing would keep Sekou from getting out there. He was out there in, was it a hurricane
Oh
or
yeah.
like?
Yes. I ran through a hurricane. I ran through snowstorms. I ran through rain. I ran through anything.
Anything.
Man, I was
Anything.
so crazy.
He
Yeah, I was really
like
committed.
committed. And the only thing that could stop him was a stroke.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the only thing that stopped him was
Yeah.
the stroke. And now here he is. What day are you on? 170?
166. Well, I'll be today when I finally get out there and run. 166.
166. So I can't complain about being on day 3 again. I have no excuses. Like I offer none.
Yeah.
I offer none.
Yeah. But let us be examples to other people. Yes. You got to keep trying. Like, yeah, it may take her 3 times. Yeah, it may take me 10 times. It may take us lots of times of trying, of failing, of trying and failing and trying and failing until we get to the success margin. And you just got to keep at it. You got to try. You got to try.
It's what you say, doing, right? You keep doing.
Yeah.
Keep doing and doing and doing and doing. And that day that you don't, okay, and then you do.
Then
you do. Don't wallow in the don't. Don't wallow in the don't.
Yes.
Don't wallow there. Just brush yourself off and let's get going.
That's great.
So where we going today, Sekou? Fee gave us some notes, but I can't remember what they are now.
Well, Shay gave us the notes. Y'all are examples of so many beautiful things. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Shay. Thank you, Shay. Thank you.
That was cool. Is that Shay Davis?
That's Shay Bird in Colorado.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I said that because I got to tell the story now.
Okay.
So Shay Bird and I met yesterday because I went out. I was thinking about you, Reverend Mel. You like going out looking at trees, looking at stuff. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go out and look at something. So I went out with Fee, and she dropped me off at this coffee shop. And I got dropped off, and then almost immediately after Fee left, I started feeling constricted, like very constricted. And I was like, oh, what's happening? And I felt weak, like I was going to pass out or something. So I was like, I need something to do to occupy myself, because otherwise I'm gonna call an Uber from right where I'm sitting, right immediately and go. I was like, let me look at something. And so what Fee reminded me of when she left was your thing on Wednesdays on CJ
Power Prayer. The Hour of Power.
Yes, Hour of Power, right? So I was like, well, let me just go get there. Let's just get there. So I get there and I didn't see you. And I was like, I'm trying to find Reverend Mel, right? And I was clicking off. And then I heard Sekou. I was like, yeah? Like, Sekou, you want to show us? You want to say us something? So I had to figure out how to turn my mic on, my face and everything. And I was like, yeah, so what's going on? And they were like, tell us what you're praying for. I was like, wow. Well, I'm praying for strength right now. And they got into it. They read, she did a prayer, and it really got me there. And then Shay, after the prayer got me lifted up and feeling like I can do this, Shay got online. She started talking about, and I want you to know, Sekou, that I watch your show. And and I want to help you with other things. And in life. And I was like, man, this is great. This is great. So she gave me all this energy. So everybody together gave me all this energy. And then I got up and I was like, I can do this. I can do this. And I went and I walked around some more. And I walked around, not too far, but I walked around some more, checked out the boats and the water. And yeah, and then had Fee come pick me up. And I was like, all right, but I did it though. I did it after, after I psyched myself up,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, first of all, that just warms my heart so much because I'm the spiritual director of a spiritual center, Rockland CSL. And what Sekou is talking about is every Wednesday at 7 p.m., we do Hour of Power. And on the second Wednesday is the Power of Prayer. So I'm glad that you remember that.
Yeah.
And that you got on. Well, I'm glad that Fee reminded you and that you got on, and that my congregation of joy and my congregation of Rockland was there and had you. And it's just a demonstration of we really need each other. Like we really, really do. I keep thinking about that tree that was resuscitating the other tree, that picture I showed yesterday on my show. That's what we do for each other. Like when we're feeling like we're going to fall down, we have to hold each other up. Like, I just love that. Thank you, Shay. And thank you, my Rockland CSL family. Yeah. And prayer is powerful. Yeah. Prayer is powerful. It works.
That is true. And it's the same Shay. The same Shay. So yeah. Shay Davis.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, thanks for holding me up, Shay. I really appreciate it. Because I didn't tell you that, Shay. I didn't tell anybody that yesterday, that I was struggling in my physical space then about getting home and getting up enough energy. Yeah. After I talked to you guys, I walked around. It's like walking with the tourists, like, hanging out. So yeah, that was good.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about that stuff, and I wanted to know, what has the fitness thing been for you? Well, the fitness thing and the money thing. Fitness thing and the money thing. Fitness thing and the money thing.
Fitness thing and the money thing.
Yeah, it's two different things, but
okay.
But
you're talking about like the finance and
the finance
like stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
Hit me.
All right.
I see you checking the time.
I am. So I'm trying to decide which one I want to go to first. Let's do finance first.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that first.
Yeah.
Because this is. So before you do that, let me just do the affirmation, because I forgot to do it yesterday. Yes. Let's ground ourselves, let's center ourselves, let's move ourselves over into money. All right. So money. Let's go. Let's find the affirmation. Here we go. So I am so happy
and grateful
to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. All right. You're now doing it with me. I feel it. Let's do it one more time.
I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Yes.
So you have been, you're at the beginning. You are at the beginning, because you were with me when the Hero Show was a small snippet of your show before it got moved out to something else, before it randomly became a money show. And so how has that partition, how has that been for you, like following this along?
It has been, it's been such a change in my relationship with money because of you, Sekou. And every now and then I'll text you and tell you about something that's happening. But let me give you one example of this. So Sekou has shared that there's a principle at work that everyone who is wealthy follows. And that principle is 10%, right? The tithe. Tithe means 10th. So 10% right off the top. Save, invest, move it away from your day-to-day stuff, right? And don't have easy access to it. That's really has been a game changer for me.
Yes.
The not having easy access to it.
Yes.
Right. And in some instances, some of these institutions make it really difficult to get access to it.
Make it so difficult.
Because I'm trying to do the dice. I would tell Sekou, I'm trying to do the dice roll challenge, and my bank put a cap on how many transfers I could do a month. So I'm like, what?
What is that?
What? It's my money. I can move it any way I want to move it, when I want to move it, right? But nonetheless, it helped me to really focus on saving that, on having that to the side. So one of my dreams has been to go to Egypt. I want to go to Egypt. It's been on my vision board. I want to go to Egypt. And this year, opportunity came up to go to Egypt next year. And it ain't cheap. It's like a 15-day trip. It's a cruise on the Nile. We have the whole ship to ourselves. Like, it's like first class traveling. And that's what I want. Because guess what, y'all? Mel ain't into the I ain't the one to be like roughing it. That ain't me. You want to go camping? Oh, we could go camping, but I want to stay like in the tent that's a house. Right? Yes, that's Red Mel. So first class, 5-star, everything. And not cheap. And they needed the deposit by a certain day. And as soon as I saw the opportunity, I was like, I'm going. I went to grab my credit card, Sekou, to pay for the deposit. And then I said, oh, no. We're not going to do this with a credit card. I have money saved already. Like, I have different buckets for things. So I have my emergency fund, right? Because you was like, get your emergency fund, your $1,000. Got my emergency fund. I got my emergency fund from my $5. Because I would save $5. I don't spend $5. So if I get a $5 bill, I save it. And so that was, and I've been doing that for years. One of my girlfriends told me about that. So I've been doing that for years, but I will always spend it on Christmas gifts and, stuff like that. It would just be gone. And so I had my emergency fund from the $5, from saving my $5. So emergency fund had to be used for the car, replenish the emergency fund. Like, the emergency fund is a staple now.
Wow, that's incredible. Can we just pause for that? Come on, for those of you who have not gotten your emergency fund together yet, get it together and replenish it. All right, go ahead.
Yes. So that's one, right? And just a relief from that is an opening to receive more. Because if you're thinking about I don't have, lack and limitation, it's difficult for the abundance to come through because you're not attracting it. You're not magnetizing it.
Yeah.
You're not at that vibration of it.
Yeah, you're not at that vibration. Ooh, I want to pause for that one too. In case y'all missed it, you're not at that vibration. You got to be at the right vibration because you will get to interact differently with money. When you interact differently with money, you talk about it differently with other people, right? Because you're not coming from, lack and limitation. You're coming from abundance. All right, go ahead, Mel.
And knowing that there's a law of circulation, like it replenishes and replenishes and replenishes. And I just thought about growing up, and my mother's. I would ask my mother for money, and my mother's like, "I don't have money to give you for whatever. Money don't grow on trees, but I know money does grow on trees. It does.
Right. Because if you think about it, folks, if you think about it, like you've grown up with it too. We all have, right? But if you think about it, where does money come from? It comes from wood. From wood, like, yeah, trees planted from wood. Like, it does come from trees. It does, right? If you think about it, yeah. Come on, Mel.
Yes.
Come on, Mel.
So let me get back to my trip. So I was going to use my credit card. Then I said, oh, no, we're not going to do that. If I can't pay for this trip by cash, then guess what? I don't need to be going. So I have another account that I use for the Dice Roll Challenge, and I also just put stuff in it. So I'll do my 10% off the top, and that's in a separate account, and then I'll do my 10% for like just stuff that I might want, right?
Wow, that's good to know.
Have it in there, and that's my trip. That is my trip fund. So I took the money out of that stack and I just transferred it into my regular account and then put it where it needed to be to put my deposit down on the trip. So it's transformed. And then also just talking to my girls about it. Because growing up, my only conversation about money that I recall was we ain't had none.
Right.
Like that was the conversation, right? And so, or no conversation. So having conversations with my girls about money and that you really have to have a respect for it and how you use it, right? And they're only 16 and they want what they want and all that. So a quick story about the girls is we was talking about stocks, right? Sekou has been talking about stocks from the very beginning. And he's the reason why I've started paying more attention to stocks and understand like what is DRIP, understand what that is. What is compound interest? I kind of had a sense of that, but now I really understand what that is. Like all the things, right? And so I would share this with my girls. And they wanted Converse and Zola loves Tesla. So I told them, all right, I want you to research Tesla and Converse and tell me like what's their name on the stock, how much it costs to buy a full stock of those companies. Because if you want those so bad, you need to be a owner. Right? Not just a consumer.
Right.
You got to be an owner.
An owner. Hear that.
Owner.
Hear that.
So they did their thing. And so Aria comes back to me and she's like, Mommy, did you know that Converse is owned by Nike?
What?
I was like,
what?
I had no idea.
No, neither did I.
So I said, okay. So we need to buy Nike stock and we need to buy Tesla stock. And so that's what we did. So they each have one stock in Nike and one stock in Tesla. Right?
That's crazy.
Now, mind you, they really don't care right now about that.
Right.
But you know, they were excited in the moment, but that has worn off. But they know, I said, every time Zola sees a Tesla, she'll say, oh, Tesla. And I'm like, and you own a piece of that.
That's right. That's right.
You own a piece of that. Those Converse you wearing on your feet, you own a piece of that.
Yeah.
So to shift that mindset from just being a consumer, because the world teaches us that perfectly to consume, right? That is out of control. But to own, right? To be invested in something, whatever that might be, is powerful. It's freedom, you know?
Yeah.
So that's been huge for me, Sekou.
That's
huge.
That's huge. And on that note, we gotta be to be continued again. Again, we did it again. Like we rigged the sound like that. We gotta do it again. We gotta do it again.
Oh,
we gotta do it again because we get to the meat of it now. We get to the meat of the money stuff, and we want you to understand how to use that money for yourself. All right, folks. So we've already gone past time. So we'll see you all later. Make sure that you watch Rev Mel coming up at 10:30 and check her out. Check her out. So we'll see you guys next time. All right. Later.
Later.
Let me see if I can think right. There you go.